Welcome to the energy forecast for February 2025, the second month of a big year. My guide said it's the year that changes everything, or that everything changes, if you want to look at it like that. So we've made it through the first month, and we are here to pull some cards for February 2025 to see what is going to be coming up for us collectively. What energies can we feel into and work with? So we're going to start with some tarot cards. I'm using the Animal Tarot deck because I love the messages that come from each animal. Let's put this down. There we go. Okay. First card is the Lovers, which is kind of fitting for February, Valentine's Day coming up. I feel like this is more centered on yourself right now, though. Oh, hold on, we're gonna pull a few more cards just to get a full read. Okay. Ooh, Chariot. Okay, so some movement going on. There's movement. I feel like there's one more I need to get. Okay, Ace of Swords. Panda. There's some movement. There's movement that is happening, but it's all inside of us. And I think that's about getting clarity on what we are putting out there. Okay? The Lovers, I mean, depending on where you are, maybe that does have to do with what you're calling in relationship-wise for yourself. Doesn't matter if it's professionally or like romantically or just like on a friend basis, but there's a connection happening this month that is going to be much deeper than you have felt before. But it's also going to be asking you or requiring you to balance your head and your heart. Okay? There's also this, it's coming to mind, that story of like the ugly duckling. And that kind of like what's reflected back to you in your relationships. So what you're putting out there, you're getting back. So inside yourself, what do you see? And you see the light and the dark, the swans. Yes, they are one. They're full of love. But in order to get that, you have to see your dark in order to see the light, you know? So what are those parts of yourself that you are not willing to see or wanting to see? And how can you love them? How can you bring that love back to yourself? It's like an inner beauty, inner wholeness. And that's what's going to be coming up in February. So how can you use that energy? Like, what's being shown to you outside of yourself that you feel is missing from inside? Where can we create that connection between your heart and your mind to show you that regardless of the dark, you are still whole and complete? The Ace of Swords, that's like it's an intellectual card, okay? So mental clarity, maybe that's just getting clear around the shadow aspects of yourself. With the Panda, there's something new in the works. but you have to cut through all the confusion and the crap to get there. And the distractions. So where do you need to cut through the distractions and the decisions that need to be made to keep everything clear and sharp? And with the Chariot, because things are moving really quick, energy is ramping up, things are moving very, very quickly right now. But it's a cause and effect. Okay? Like, it's almost thinking of like a list of like pros and cons. Okay? Like, if I do this, what comes up? What's that outcome? And if I do this other thing, what is that outcome? And then find the one that aligns with you. So, and that's even where the Ace of Swords comes in too, is that being logical about your choices. They're not logical, but in the sense that what makes sense for you, and then moving with that. Okay, there has to be a constant output of energy in order to get it returned, which comes back to the swans as well, the light and the dark. Like, if you're acknowledging and accepting your darkness, what's coming back to you is the good stuff, right? You're showing the universe that, yes, I want the light, I want more light. I'm gonna read the message from the orca, from the whale. Give me 1 second, because I think this is going to be helpful. So, do you truly understand how movement works? Do you understand the ripple effect and consequences of the movements you make? Each time you step, jump, or change direction, you cause a ripple. A ripple that will eventually come back to you, carrying with it the energy that created it. This means that you have to pay just as much attention to the energy that creates your movement as the direction of the movement itself. Focused, controlled movements mean focused, controlled ripples. So uncontrolled, fear-driven movements create haphazard, fear-driven ripples. What energy is coming back to you? And that is the message from the orca. I love that. I love that so much. We're going to go into some oracle messages here. Grab some cards. So the deck that the oracle cards were from is the Animal Totem Tarot. They were actually my very first set of cards, and I love them. I just love them. Woo. All right, there's one right away. Your soul knows. Which makes, oh yes, you can't make up these synchronicities. Your soul already knows what you're here for. You've done it before. You've done it before. And it is up to you to kind of peel back those layers to find that again. See the blue? Like, this month is also about your truth. Like, your truth is those shadows. That is the truth of you. But all of like society's normalcies, beliefs, they shadow the light. They cover that up. They don't want you to see it because that's your power. That is your power. So your soul knows what you're here for. Your soul already knows the decisions that you're going to make. And that's why it's so important to peel back those layers. To get to that core of you. And so February is about, getting clear on that stuff. It's about making the decisions and the breakthroughs that you need to really amp up that momentum, that energy. So just really get quiet and listen to those whispers that your soul is telling you. because it knows. And most of us are not completely aware of all of those gifts that we have too. And it's time to come back to that. I feel like that message is complete. I had some other decks I was going to pull cards from, but I feel like that is, I feel like that's complete. So crystals for the month for February 2025. Obsidian. Now, not just any obsidian, this is snowflake obsidian. I feel it's much gentler than black obsidian. Snowflake obsidian, it gently brings up repressed emotions. It helps kind of uncover things from your past that you might not want to see, that is in fact hiding your truth, those shadow aspects of you. So it just gently nudges you or brings to light what you need to see in order to move past those darker aspects of yourself, or that you feel are darker aspects of self. It also grounds in your light in your body. So it takes that spiritual light that's coming down and is that available for us all the time, and it really anchors it into your body and allows you to hold that, and it allows you to be supported by that light. So when things feel dark or yucky, not that February is going to feel dark or yucky, but it just supports and guides you when things do feel a little bit mucky, let's say. So very grounding stone. I feel like our chakra that's going to be kind of challenged this month is our sacral chakra. So that's your creativity center, passion, sexuality, all the juicy like life vitality stuff. And it's also our emotional center, so using this guy is going to help pull out anything in there that needs to come up to the surface. Carnelian is another one that's going to be very helpful for February 2025. So just igniting that passion for looking deeper into your own self and kind of like transmuting any like destructive like behaviors or patterns that you have in covering up those emotions, right? That's sitting in your sacral. It increases your self-consciousness, your creativity. It's also really great just for empowering you to be you, like 100% full of you, and to accept that part of yourself. So those are the two crystals for February 2025. And if you loved this energy forecast, if you love crystals, I would love to see you check out the Magic Within monthly membership that I have. It takes all of these energies. It takes numerology, the crystals, lunar cycles, and it places it into this little sacred container that you have available to you whenever you need additional support through the month. So it focuses on using those energies and learning from them and working with them, as opposed to fighting against the natural flow of life. There's also a library of meditations and virtual healings that you can tap into whenever you want. And it's $8 a month, which is like as much as a cup of coffee, a regular cup of coffee. So I'd love to see you in there. There's also so many ways to work with me as well. So I'm an energy healing practitioner, and I have a passion for helping women or any humans really uncover themselves and find out what is your truth. And just taking all those layers from past lives and generational bits and trauma and just really coming home to yourself and being free and feeling light. So if you're interested in working with me, you can also check out the description box, and I will see you next month.